A few weeks ago, my oldest son was playing with these magnet tiles, and he called me into his room after school to say, "Mom, look at the train bus that I built." He was so excited to show me. And I go, "Great job, bud." And he's like, "Anything that's broken, I can rebuild." And that is my message for you today. Anything that's been broken, anything that God has put in your heart, you are equipped to build or rebuild. By the favor of God and the favor of the king, Nehemiah gets to Jerusalem. He gets there, but he doesn't tell anybody anything. He knows how to keep a secret. When God gives us something and we're in the preparation season, we can't go telling everybody. We can't even tell some of the closest people to us sometimes. I think Nehemiah understood that there could be unnecessary opposition if you start talking about things too soon. In our case, we can get excited about a project or something we're about to embark on and tell other people when it's not time yet. We've learned from Joseph's life that we can avoid seasons of being in a pit if we only wait until it's time to release the word that God has given us. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be in a pit anytime soon. Thankfully, God can redeem situations like that, but if I can avoid a season in a pit, I will at all costs. Nehemiah is in Jerusalem for 3 days before he says anything to anybody. And then he goes out in the middle of the night with him and his donkey and a few other men to go get a lay of the land, to scope out the damage that has been done in the city, the walls that are now crumbled down, the gates that have been burned. He's now doing the research to figure out what is it going to take for us to rebuild this city. Sometimes when God gives us something, we are so excited that we skip over the research process. What is it going to take? What am I going to need to build this business or launch this course? How many people is it going to require for me to have on my team? What is this going to take? How much time and effort is this going to require? This is what Nehemiah was doing. And this part of the preparation season is so critical for us if we want to be successful with what God has put in our heart. In Nehemiah scouting out the land, he encounters debris, tons of debris. So much so that him and his donkey had to reroute to get around the rubble that was there just to be able to see the rest of the damage that had been done. The fact of the matter is we're all going to encounter debris as we're preparing for what God has put in our hearts. Whether it is the debris of not being able to get something like a letter of recommendation or a business loan or a passport or visa. There are physical debris that will get in the way. There's also mental debris that wants to stop us, whether it's this person does this better than I do, or what are people going to think about what I'm doing? All of it is debris. Debris right where God has asked us to build. And if we're not careful, we can get to a place where we question, did God even call us to this area? My question for you today is, once you have counted the cost, experienced the debris, will you still say yes? Nehemiah still said yes, despite all of the objections and the opposition. And he goes the next day to tell the townspeople, the priests, the nobles, everybody that they are going to rebuild. And everybody's like, yes. It took this one man's courage and obedience to change an entire city. What is your yes? What has God spoken to you that you have to continue to keep being faithful, keep being obedient in the preparation season that will literally change a society, change a business, change a culture, a nation? Your yes has eternal benefit and eternal value and life transformation power on this earth. Say yes.